Yo.
Hey guys! Yo! Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my next video. This is my story time of my piercing horror. Cause ain't nothing about this went right. Okay? So, I've been talking about it. I mean, I didn't really talk about it. I kind of gave hints and complaints on social media. So if you follow me on social, Instagram, call me Cooley, Snapchat Princess-Moet, and on Twitter, call me Cooley, you'll see I've been talking and that's on that. Alright, so this intro not going to be too long. We're going to go ahead and get into this story. Thank you. Alright, so this happened last week Friday. No, last week Thursday. This happened last week Thursday. Right? I already planned on getting the septum done. I've contemplated it for like months, but I was like, yo, I'm gonna get it. But I was told to wait until the next week. I didn't want to wait. Because my mind is stuck to something. So I got off of work. I'm on the phone with my cousin, per usual, because she always calling me. Oh, I know you miss me. You gotta always call me, babe. You don't. I'm kidding. So yeah, she called me. No, I called her. I lied. I called her. She don't got nothing else better to do with her time anyways. So I called her and we talking, and then I brought up the septum. So she says, go do it. Why not? That's all I needed. I said, say less. I really wanted someone to go with me, but everybody was busy, so I went by myself. Anyways, I went to a tattoo shop called Skin Tight Tattoos. I went there because that's where my friend went to get her septum done, and I went with her. Now, that tattoo shop, it's by Swap Shop. So if you're from Florida, you know Swap Shop. So I go in there, they tell me there's 2 people ahead of me. I said, okay, cool. Now, I'm waiting. I'm kind of nervous. I'm still on the phone with my cousin, and I'm just like, I don't know why I'm nervous. I have so much tattoos, piercings. Why was this making me nervous? I don't know. Probably that was just a sign telling me, take your ass home. But no. Me with my enough self, take up myself, go to tattoo shop, go and pierce septum. So, I'm already there. I said, yeah, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get it done. It's my time now to get in the chair. I get in the chair, I asked to do like, yo, what's the pain level like? Like, is it as bad as a tragus? Because I had both my tragus done. He said, no, it's more of a pinch. They always tell you it's a pinch because they told me my tragus was a pinch. It was a long pinch. It was a long pinch, but it happened, you know? So I'm like, okay, cool. He get the clamps, he put them in my nose, and then needle. Now, when you bore something or you pierce something, it goes through the other side, right? I look at him, and he takes it back out, and I'm just like, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. It's supposed to go through the other side. What happened? He tells me he has to go higher. Once he said he had to go higher, y'all, I said, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. This not gonna go right. Once you higher, this ain't gonna go right, fool. So he goes higher. Same thing happened. Doesn't get pierced. It goes halfway through. So I'm like, what happened? And he tells me, oh, your nose can't be pierced because there's a bone there that's stopping the needle. Now, before I came in, I felt my tragus. I felt my cartilage in my nose. So I'm like, yeah, it's supposed to be pierced here. I felt it. What bone, sir? But I'm not a piercer, so I shut my damn mouth because this your job. If that's what you say, that's what you say. I've never heard of that happening. Saying you can't pierce a septum. I've never heard of that. But I shut up. Mind my business. Do your thing, boss man. So he calls the other staff in and basically are telling them like why he can't pierce my septum, and in case you get customers like this, there's a bone there that cannot be pierced through. Now I just feel something warm just running, and I look down, it's just blood just leaking out of my damn nose. So I'm looking at him like, can I get a napkin, please? Like, you talking, can I get a napkin? So he gives me the napkin. I'm holding my nose, whatever, trying to stop the bleeding, applying pressure. And he's basically telling them like, I can't get it done because there's a bone there that's stopping the needle from going through. The last client he had like this, she wanted it so bad, he forced the needle through and it bent the needle. If you are a person that get piercings, you've seen the needles they use. They are thick as hell. So if her nose bent that, you probably didn't do something right, chief. I'm just say that. So he's like, do you want anything else pierced? I asked him about a septum a smiley, because I've always wanted a smiley done. But I was like, you just double pierced my freaking nose. Do I really want you to do a smiley? Something that's in my mouth? Yeah, no. Because I asked him stuff about smileys too, and the things he was telling me, I was just like, yeah, no. So I'm on the phone with my cousin, and she was like, how it look? I said, bitch, I didn't get it done. She said, what you talking about? Like I said, babe, I didn't get it done. So she was like, so he talking to you this whole time, but he ain't pierced it? I'm like, yeah, he talks to me the whole time, but did not pierce it. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, love. So she is just clowning me at this point, just clowning and laughing at my pain and my hurt. Like, it really felt like someone punched me in my damn nose. Okay? So, I hit up another... The guy told me, before I get there, the guy told me, do not let anyone else try to pierce my nose because of the bone there. It's not going to go through and they're going to only put me through pain. It cannot be done. And then he said there's another piercer that works at the shop that would tell you he can do it. He can't. Don't let him put you through that pain. The piercer he's talking about is the one who did my friend's piercing. I'm like, okay, cool. If that's what you said. So I'm like, it still doesn't make sense to me, so I'll call another tattoo shop. I call another tattoo shop, and they're like, that doesn't make sense. They said all septums can be pierced unless you have like a deformed nose or like a crooked nose or something. He said, is your nose deformed or crooked? I said, no, my nose is perfectly fine. So he was like, yeah, your nose can be pierced. He was like, the dude probably just didn't know what he was doing. So he asked me like, how did he do it? Did he like feel around before he pierced it? I said, no, he just clamp and needle. He was like, yeah, he don't know what the fuck they're doing. So he's like, where did you go? I'm like, oh, skin tight tattoos. He was like, skin tight? I was like, yeah, you know them? He said, hell yeah, I know them. He was like, they can't do shit right over there. He was like, don't fucking go to those people. He was like, a lot of our clients come from over there complaining about them. So I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, they don't know what they're doing over there. So after he talked to me for a while, he was like, come meet our piercer tomorrow because she'll be in. I'm like, okay, boom, say less. But I didn't go. Because I know another piercer who did my tragus and he did my nose. So I was just like, I'm going to go to him instead. So found his Instagram, hit him up. I asked him the same question, like, can it be possible for someone not to get a septum done? Is there a bone there? He was, all noses come with bones. But if you are piercing the cartilage, it should get done. So I scheduled an appointment with him for the Monday after work. So Monday I go, I'm in there. I got a video also, so I'll insert the video of me getting it done. Talking to him about it, telling him what happened. He said, yeah, he probably just didn't do it right. So he feels around in my nose, make the marks where he needs to make the marks. Then he goes in with the clamps, and then he goes in with the needle. Honestly, y'all, the pain level of a septum, I would give it a 4. 3, 4. It's really not bad. It really feels like a pinch, honestly. And it's kind of quick. Now, getting the ring through, that's kind of like a little tug on your nose, but I promise you it's not like something where you will cry. So he pressed my nose and he was like, we got to do it again. In my head, I'm like, why we gotta do it again? He was like, go look in the mirror. I look in the mirror. That hoe was crooked. Crooked as hell. Crooked. Okay? So he takes the ring out and we do it for a second time. The second time he does it, the needle goes back through the first piercing. So he took it out. So this is the third time. The third try. So the third try, it goes in and I'm like, he put the ring in. He was like, you want to do it again? I said, hell no. Why the hell would I want to do it again? He was like, because it's a little closer to one side than the other. I said, is there something noticeable? He said, Not really, unless they're up in your face. So I go look in the mirror and I'm looking at it and I'm just like, okay, I don't see the problem. Then I look closer in the mirror and I'm like, okay, I see it's kind of like closer to one side than the other. But it's not something that's like noticeable. You feel me? So it's not like y'all would see me in public and y'all see my nose and y'all like, damn, that shit is crooked. You won't see it. I promise you won't see it. Unless you downright in my face, which you're not going to get the chance to. COVID-19. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this again. No, it's straight. You'll grow on me. I'm a perfectionist. Y'all, I wanted to cry so freaking bad because I'm like, I don't fucked up. Me take up my enough self to me one piercing. Take up my enough self. You understand? I go, but more piercing. Just for that shit to come out. I mean, it's straight, but you know, prior to that, it just was just terrible. So I call Narissa. I call Narissa. Then I call Tamara. And I'm just going on and on and on about this. And, you know, they want to look at it. Narissa said it's not noticeable. Tamara said it's not noticeable either. They can't tell that it's a little close to one side. Unless you're up in my face. But they still couldn't tell. Like, it's not noticeable on them, for them. So, while I'm leaving out, driving, like, down the street or whatever, the fucking ball comes out and I had to go back, replace the ball. I want to cry, y'all. I just felt so defeated. I don't know. I just really wanted to cry. Like, he asked me, did I want to take it out? You know, he'll re-pierce it whenever I'm ready. No. I'm not going through this again. No. So, I go to my boyfriend, and immediately, as soon as I see him, I cried. Because I'm just like, am I ugly? Does this look ugly on me? Like, is it fucked up? He was like, there's nothing wrong with it. Why? What happened? So I was like, look at it. And he looks closer and he was like, okay, looking up close in your face like that, like you'll notice that it's closer to one side. But he was like, it's nothing where it's like crooked or anybody could notice if they walk past you or nothing. So he told me to leave it. I'm like, okay. After I cried like a baby, I left it. And Narissa called me dramatic. I'm not dramatic. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm such a perfectionist. I promise you, if something's not done right, it's going to stay on my mind that it's like that. But honestly, y'all, it kind of grew on me. Like, you won't know. It looks like a regular septum. You won't notice it. You won't. I promise you, you won't. You'll look at me and you'll be like, what are you talking about? I don't see nothing wrong. You're not going to notice it. So, yeah. And the only reason why I'm still living now is because my dad hasn't seen it. Because he told me way ahead of time not to do it. Told me I was like a bull. So, I've been kind of like dodging him a little bit so he don't see it. But once he see it, y'all, if I make it, I'll do a video if I'm still alive. Alright? But thank you guys for tuning in. I know this isn't too long, nor is it too short. Just a little story. If you have any like other story time ideas y'all want me to do, just drop them down low. I will most definitely do them. Alright? Thank you guys for tuning in. Please stay safe. Tell your loved ones you love them. Because people jumping just like flies out here. Alright, and please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, mwah!